They trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons. Offense at the line. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The play fake, now Young. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Young will set to throw. Wide open. Receiver complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They go play action. Young. Throw left side complete. That's Baker. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now here's Young. And it's caught. Touchdown. Trey Quinn, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And It's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Smith on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On first down, it's Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Working with a 2nd and 3. Again, Smith. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Smith. And he comes back with one complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Smith. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos have retaken a third-quarter lead. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Now the try here for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth. And who's going to make the play that changes that? That maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. Young steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Banks. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. He finds his man complete. It's Brooks. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. 6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On play action, Young. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Young to throw on fourth. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Smith. He finds his man, complete. It's Jenkins. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. For the defense, the problem wasn't so much that they let him catch that drag route. It's that they had nobody around him after the catch.
As you well know, when they make the catch, you have to make the tackle on the spot. Those yards after catch are the yards that kill a defense because it keeps drives alive.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. To the air again, Smith. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Deidrin Sanat with a sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Look at it, move the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Brooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. Back to throw. Young. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll put a receiver in motion left. They're going to try and run for it. A courageous call to try for 2, but they will remain down by a point.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for two and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the one and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Now it's Smith. And that is incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. On a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock. Down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. Down to a knee. Here goes Smith, and that should all but do it. Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on